It's me, Roger. Your hands are clean, so let's not waste any more time. Hello, dear friends. Today, I'm going to show you an item from a small bakery. How to make a hazelnut-filled croissant. I'll show you how. We will start by making the dough. For that, I will need milk, an egg, white flour, a bit of salt, some fermented dough, sugar, butter, and yeast. Here I have dehydrated yeast, baker's yeast dehydrated. It works very well. In my bowl here, I will add the milk. Then I will add the water. And then the flour. Now I will attach my hook and start mixing it. 2 minutes at low speed just to mix. To hydrate the flour. And I will cover it and let it rest for an hour. See you in an hour. It's been a good hour now. Now, that the dough is hydrated, my flour is hydrated, I will add my fermented dough. I continue with the yeast. And I will knead it for about 6 minutes at first speed. See you in 6 minutes. My mixer has stopped. It's not going well. So, in there, I will add the sugar. I also add the salt. And finally the butter. And now I will turn it on. 6 minutes again at second speed, which is twice as fast as before. We start gently so it doesn't splash outside. See you soon. Oh, the kneading is done. My mixer has stopped. Ah, what a beautiful dough there. You can see it. It's a bit sticky. I will remove my hook. I will add a little bit of flour. And you can see that it's going very well. With a little bit of flour, I will cover it and let it rest for about half an hour to 3/4 of an hour. Covered. See you in a bit. The recipe, 2/5 grams of white flour, 120 grams of milk, 1 egg, 50 grams, 40 grams of sugar, 40 grams of butter, 15 grams of yeast, 100 grams of fermented dough, and 4 grams of salt. Now that I've taken my dough out of the mixer, I will weigh pieces of about 100 grams. Now, I will make balls. Here, with your hands tightly closed and a hook underneath, you turn your fingers and the palm of your hand should stick to the table. Otherwise, you do like this. If it's easier for you, a little longer but also very well, you bring everything to the center. To make a ball like this. Personally, I prefer it like this. Well, yeah, there you go, it's nothing. So I made pieces of 100 G. Here I took 2. The others I set aside. Aside to do something else, I will show you already how you want to do it. Pretty little fish, Foray. I take one at a time. And I spread it out. of course, add flour so it doesn't stick. And I try to make a rectangle. So I don't know. If you want it 10 times. Yeah. I have 100 g of sugar-free dough. I'm going to lengthen it a little bit too, in that direction. Of course, my dough here is quite thin, you see, like this. But that's what we want. So I'm going to arrange it a little bit into a rectangle. Next, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of hazelnut paste that I haven't clarified. You see, it's just as it is, like I make it in the recipe. You have the link up there. And I'm going to close it. Like this. Right there. And then I'm going to cut small strips like this, all along the length. You can also do this with a pizza cutter, but I don't have one. I had one, but I broke it. So I do this with a scraper like this, a metal scraper. Now, I'm just going to wet it with a little bit of water. And I'm simply going to roll. Like this. My croissant. And there you have it, my croissant is done. I'm now going to place it. I'm going to make the other one and place it on a baking sheet. And now, I've finished shaping my 2 croissants, which I've placed on parchment paper and on a baking sheet to go into the oven. I'm going to cover them and let them rise. A good hour, we'll meet again in a good hour. Time has passed, my oven is hot, they've risen, it's perfect. So, now, I'm going to see to brush this with a bit of glaze, so it's an egg wash, a pinch of salt, a pinch of sugar. Mix it all well. And I'm going to put this in the oven at on 80 for about 20-25 minutes. With the steam, we'll meet again shortly. There we go. Up, it slides a bit. My 2 croissants are baked. Now, my croissants, I'm going to brush them with apricot jelly while they're hot, when they're warm. To create a nice little seal. And it also gives a nice little taste. My jelly is soft enough to spread well. And now I'm going to brush them with glaze, which is icing sugar, where I've added just a little bit of water. If you don't put the apricot first, then the croissant will absorb all the moisture from the sugar, and in an hour they will look like they're a week old. it's important to do the glazing first. And there you go, my croissants are finished. All that's left is to let them cool down. Now that they are cool, I'm going to cut one open to show the inside. And there you have it, my hazelnut-filled croissant. Ready to be eaten. I'm going to go enjoy all of this. Do the same. It's not difficult. And I'll see you soon for another piece. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now that you know how to make the ideas, do it. It's not difficult. And I'll see you soon for the next video. Goodbye. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Subscribe. Please share my videos and kindly thank you for leaving a comment and consider subscribing to my channel as well.